Hello, my dear students. Welcome to lecture number 17 on the topic light, reflection, and refraction. In the last lecture, we studied these points. The first one, that is optical center. We defined optical center as it is the point on the principal axis of the lens such that a ray of light passing through it goes undeviated. This is known to be as the optical center. Similarly, we got the idea about first principal focus and second principal focus. The first principal focus is the point on the principal axis of a lens so that the ray of light starting from this point after passing through the lens become parallel or appear to travel parallel to the principal axis. This will be first principal focus. The second principal focus is again the point on the principal axis of a lens where a beam of light or the beam of light parallel to the principal axis meet or appears to meet after passing through the lens. This is second principal focus. We got focal length as well. That is the distance between the optical center O and the principal focus first or second. That is known as focal length. The distance between optical center and the principal focus is known as its focal length. Dear children, please compare these terms with the mirror. You will find the differences or similarities right. So just go through it as a study. Okay. Now we also understood the ray diagrams, which are very much important in formation of the images in spherical lenses. So we got the different rules. So these are the points which I have discussed in the last lecture. In today's part of the lecture, I'm going to begin the new concept, that is image formation in lenses, especially. Dear children, let us move into the important concept in this topic, that is image formation in lenses. The convex lens first. This is very much important. The word or the convex lens is important, especially for the examination point of view. Okay, so please go through these points, whatever I'm discussing now. Please follow all the steps. Okay, so let us go through the concept. So using ray diagrams and the rules, we can study the image formation by spherical lenses, especially the convex lens, as it converges the rays of light. Okay, the followings illustrate the ray diagrams for image formation by the convex lens for various positions of the object. So I am going to elaborate this first, and later I am trying to draw these things because they are very much important. As I mentioned earlier, they are important again for the examination prospect, and hence I'm trying to redraw. By that you can easily understand the method how to draw these things. Okay, so first one, position of the object at infinity. As we already knew that infinity is the point which is out of the table. You can quote, it may be a window, of the laboratory, it may be a tree outside, it may be a road or a building. Okay, it may be a building or anything that is out of the experimental table. Infinity doesn't mean that it is far away from us, which means this is the point where we are having out of the experimental table. So what happens when you are placing the object at infinity, or targeting the point or targeting the object at infinity? Okay, so that is the first one, the position of the image, that is at second principal focus. You will get the image at the second principal focus. So as the light rays here in this picture, which is coming from very much larger distance, the rays are coming from there, and which is passing through the lens, convex lens mn here. So the property of it is to converge these rays of light. So you will have the image at second principal focus, that is f2. You will have the image. Remember, this size of the image, the size of the image is highly diminished, which is highly diminished and point sized. The image is of point size. So you will have the image size highly diminished and point sized. Nature, if you are looking into it, that is real and inverted, you will see the revert sorry inverted image, and hence it is real. Okay, so this is the first position of the object. Where do you see this? This is the interesting position, because we have already experienced this kind of activity, the paper burning through a magnifying glass. So paper burning through a magnifying glass is the exact position of the object is at infinity. You will have its principal focus f2. Once the light is falling on such situation, it creates lot of heat at that point. By that paper burns. Okay, you probably done in your ages, younger ages, or even you are doing now, no problem. So this is the actual position of the object. Sun is stated at infinity, and you have the focal length of the lens. You have the focal length of the lens, so you can get the image is at exactly its f2. Okay, for lens to lens, f2 will going to change. So I hope you got this kind of activity clear. So let us focus on how to draw this position. This is simple. So first you need to plot a convex lens, then you assign the principal axis like this. So this is your this is your lens mn, convex lens. So I can plot like this. By that I can assign the optic center O, and this will be the first principal focus f1 on the same side of the same distance on this side, that will be f2. The same size continues, that is c1 or 2 times f1. Okay, 2f1 you may call. Stick either c1 or 2f1, no problem. Better go for 2f1. Similarly, on this side we have 2f2. So in this particular example, the object position is at infinity. So the object is at infinity. So somewhere here I am just drawing this, the rays of light. The object is at infinity. So you just go through that. So the ray of light is entering into the lens. after passing through the lens, it converges at f2. So this is the point you call here, no problem. Just it's a manual error, don't worry, but it should pass from f2. If you are having proper techniques such as usage of see the tools like the scales, pencils, like that, you can easily draw. Since I don't have that kind of facility right now, so some time it may go like this, no problem. So you can go for another ray of light after hitting, yet again it is passing through f2. So this is the picture. If you want, go for the other side to below the principal axis, no problem. So anyway, you will have the image on f2. So this is about the position of the object at infinity. When you kept the object at infinity, you will have the image at second principal focus. The size is highly diminished. Looking into this picture, so the sun is reduced like this, so which is highly diminished and point sized. Okay, the image formed in this case is point sized, and the nature will be real and inverted. I hope you got this position of the object and the image formation right. Now we are placing the object this time just beyond 2f1. Okay, so we are placing the object here AB. This time we are placing exactly the object beyond 2f1. So once you place the object at 2f1, or you may take c1, stick to any one of this. By that things become easy for you. Okay, so the object which is kept beyond 2f1, here you need to follow the rules one by one. In the previous point I did not discuss about the rule here. So here what happens, from this point the ray moves parallel to the principal axis. The ray which is moving parallel to the principal axis, it must go through the second principal focus. It must go through the second principal focus. That's the reason why you are getting like this. Okay, so this is the root of a ray of light. And we have one more rule is used, that is the ray which is moving through the optic center O, it will go undeviated, and these two lines going to intersect at one point. So that point is between f2 and 2f2. So you will have the image at the intersecting point, that is in between f2 and 2f2. So when you placed the object at beyond 2f1, you will have the image between f2 and 2f2. So the first position was very easy, therefore no problem occurred. This time you need to follow the rule properly. We used actually the ray which is moving parallel to the principal axis. After passing through the lens, it will go through the second principal focus. And one more point, we used the ray which is passing through the optic center O. It will go undeviated. Okay, so here we have object distance u as well, the distance between the optic center O and the object that is taken as object distance U, and similarly we have the image distance, the distance between optic center and the image position, that is taken as phi. Okay, so the size of the image is diminished, which is not point size. This is, compared to the previous one, this is bit larger, but size is still diminished. The nature is real and inverted. So how to plot this? So first you need to draw again so this is assume the lens Mn. So this has to be your principal axis. This is the optic center O. This is yet again F1. This is 2F1. Similarly we have F2. This is 2F2. Keep in mind this picture, this part of the ray diagrams quite different in comparison with the mirror case, because in the mirror we have only one section because the light is traveled on the same medium after the process of reflection. This time it isn't like that, because the ray which is passing from one point to the other to the another portion. So we need to write all these things all the time. Okay, so what will be our position? That is the position of the object beyond C. So I am placing the object AB beyond C. Assume, so this is point A, this is point B. So we kept the object beyond C. Okay, now what to do? As I said, that follow the rule. So this is first the light ray which is parallel to the principal axis goes like this. So after hitting the lens, it will converge to a point, that is F2. And on the other hand, we'll have the ray which is moving undeviated. Remember, this is just, as I said, that I have no scales here. Anyway, I'm trying to draw. So this is the position between F2 and 2F2. So try to draw these things. As you practice, then only you will get the things right. Okay, I hope you got these points right. So the next point or next position, you say, we are placing the object at 2F1 this time, or C1, so better 2F1. So once you have the object on 2F1, again follow the same. The ray which is parallel to the principal axis should pass through F2, and the ray which is passing through the optic center O, which will move undeviated, it intersects at this point. So the position in this case will be, the position of the image will be at 2F2 only. You are having the image exactly at 2F2 or C2, and this time image is same size of the object. So once you keep the object at 2F1, you will have the image on another principal focus, that is 2F2. Sorry, that is 2F2. The image is formed on 2F2. Again the same principle being followed, and the nature yet again real and inverted. So plot this. First will be the convex lens, then we have principal axis. Here I am N principal axis, this is F1, This is 2f1. Similarly, we have f2, 2f2, like that. So once you place the object at 2f1, what happens? So this is the AB, and when you pass the ray of light, so just you mark, you can get O. So the ray of light which is passing through this, which will go through f2, at again you just go ahead like that. And on the other hand, when you pass out the light from optic center O at again, so it will cut somewhere here, so you will have the image at this point, that is A dash, sorry, A dash here it is B dash, I'm sorry. So if you are looking into it, the size remains same. So I'm just drawing roughly. So please follow all these rules, by that one can get the things right. I'm going to pause here at this point of time. I will meet you with some more positions of the object in the next period. Till then, take care of yourselves. Bye bye.